Never again will I film at night. I was editing that video like, who let me do this? I have nothing to say to you. For most of the footage, I was just staring at my screen, not reacting, not saying anything. However, it's the middle of the day. I have life in me. I am equipped with a blackberry watermelon lemonade in a whiskey glass. Not for the life of me get my AirPods to connect to my laptop. So we are using the crusty airplane wired headphones. Yes. Oh, that sound quality is horrendous. Ooh! What a terrible way to begin. I wish my headphones didn't work. Ooh, wet mouth noises are so disgusting to me. Ew. That's the grossest, scariest thing in the whole show. I'm sorry, I'm muting this until the cat's done chewing. Okay.
なんちゅう触り方や。周りのことを何も見えとらんくて。ダサいなあ思って。あと、動揺するとキモいの出てしまうんやめたい。自分なりに成長しようとしてるんよ。町や村がおかしくなり始めとるの気づいとる? Kurabayashi's warning isn't really going to take root, so to speak, if most of Yoshiki's experiences with Hikaru directly contradict the things that she's saying. Because as of right now, he does not know that Hikaru killed Matsuda. And thus far, Hikaru has only been a danger to Yoshiki, and he's been endangering him kind of like on accident. He doesn't want to do these things that scare Yoshiki. Oh, hi, Wasp. So why should Yoshiki heed Kurebayashi's warning when it doesn't seem so relevant? The sun shining through the hole in the roof looks like the way that Hikaru sees Yoshiki's soul. It looks just like the sun. That's really cool. Ooh, is this the scene where we get to hear things from her perspective? I wish I had my good headphones for this. Put both my headphones in for this. Okay, cool. It does show the script because in the manga, these audio ghosts are communicated by showing words like in a humanoid form. And I wondered how on earth are they going to translate that into this visual and auditory medium. It works for the manga because you have no other way of doing it. But it could look kind of silly to have floating words animated in the show. But I like what they did with it. And I want to see what else they do with it. If they put the words in a shape like there's a ghost there. Because how else do you convey that the warning is coming from a specific area where it seems like there's a person or an entity that's giving you the warning, but all you can hear is some words? I think just having it like very blurry, buzzy, ghostly words really works. Sorry, I'm wearing leather pants right now. They're squeaking. I'm sure you can hear them. You may be asking, why are you wearing leather pants on like a 90-degree day? Does Vash the Stampede mean nothing to you? Anyway, what was I saying? The text on the screen works better to a foreign language audience who can't really read Japanese because it looks less like words. Or we know they're words, but they don't register as words to us. What am I trying to say? It's like the illegibility of it helps, adds to the atmosphere, adds to the spookiness. I know boys don't often dress in traditional attire for the summer festivals, but I wish they would. It'd be fun to see. So, okay, they don't even suspect. that he's something else. They just think he failed and came back. Gang.
妹は何や、まだ学校行けてへんのやろ。あっこん嫁は何しとったか。の、かき氷食わん？
So, this is going to be a tangent, but this is interesting to me. This is very fun. Christianity has been in Japan since like the 1500s, long before the country became closed to foreigners. It was never a majority religion, but there were churches all around, Orthodox, Protestant, Catholic, and it survived underground for a long time, even after the country became closed to Europe. There's a really good, just absolutely insane novel about secret Christians in Japan by Shusaku Endo that was adapted into a film by Martin Scorsese. I think Andrew Garfield was in it. It's called Silence. It's really good. If you are interested in the history of Christianity in Japan, not sure how many of you are. That's a very niche topic, but it's interesting to me. There were even samurai who were Christian, but it totally does not surprise me that there is a Christian family in this remote town, because when Christianity was outlawed in Japan, in these little pockets outside of the major metropolitan centers, is where it was still able to hang on. So this random Christian man or Christian family in this village probably actually has a very long, interesting family history. Much of that history would probably be lost to time and to the silence and suppression of centuries past. But I think it's really fun that a historical detail like that is preserved in this story. Such a small little thing with so much rich, interesting, and largely unknown history. Yeah, Kaoru was always fond of Hikaru.
やり直そうにも儀式のやり方はインド家の男にしかわからん。公平が言っとった。こんなことは長く続かんと。
Did Kohei intend for it to never last? Was this on purpose? There's so much I want to know about Kohei. I assume we'll get to it at some point. We'll probably learn exactly how he died. But the waiting is killing me.
あの男、ほんまに任せて大丈夫なんか。むちゃくちゃや。土足で上がり込みよって。
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
ちゃんと脱いでますよ。
I know his feet stank to high heaven. Oh, man.
300年もよく続けてきたもんだなぁと。彼女も大変ですよ。それは人の頭とかいう。人間が山に入って儀式するために使っていたものってところですかね。彼女がいれば汚れた山に入れる。
He stole it from the shrine.
忙しいっすね。神様相手に儀式して、今日は人間相手に祭りっすか。小さい村やからな。祭りは大事や。筋中の嫁や亀山のように、よそから来たもんも一緒になってみんなで。
Yeah, she's from Tokyo. Her accent is different. You can kind of tell.
神のためでしょう。厳密には希望が山町の一部で、他にも同じように小さな集落が周りにありますね。
It's like a little network of small villages.
なのに首立ちにはこの伊佐山神社だけ。一体何を祀っているんですかね。
Ooh, that was a cool effect.
疲れた。ごめん、トイレ行きたい。俺の分も買っといて。ああ、そう。わかった。
That's fun. You can see through the barrier, just like a little overlay.
誰が貼った？邪魔くさ。あれ？コールは？
Has he been crying? His eyes look worn.
やった。サンキュー。ブルーハワイって何味なの？かき氷のシロップって全部同じ味らしいで。
Another thing that is identical except for its outward appearance.
じゃあ俺は見た目が同じなら同じに感じるん？
全然。なんか嬉しそうやな。
え、そうなんでやろう。
Yeah, that's funny. You would expect him to want to be the same, right? But he's happy that he's different and he doesn't know why. And I think that he is, as he's in this process of becoming human, he's also in a process of self discovery. He doesn't have to try to be Hikaru because he's someone else. So he should just be who he is. Because trying to be Hikaru, trying to copy Hikaru didn't work. So, of course, it feels strangely good to be recognized as your own person, even if you didn't know that's what you wanted. Now, why does he take damage?
やから俺が本当の光やないって分かったん？
ちゃうよ。
When he found the body. Yep. Yep.
光はここに来やんかった？
いや、来てない。絶対に探しに行こうと思わないで。お願いだからここにいて。
どこ行くん？
ちょっと外見に行くだけ。
嘘やろ。大人が探しに行ってるから子供はお家いろってお母さん
Man,
言っとったやん。
I know that you wouldn't want to let a kid go, but what would you expect him to do? If he's out there and he's hurt or he's dead, you wouldn't want your 15-year-old kid to see this, but touching his face too. What an intimate gesture. And it's probably something that Yoshiki never did when Hikaru was alive.
死体って案外綺麗なんや。ああ、そうか。冬やからかな。あれ
I love the distortion of the face. Is it the creature taking over the body, or is it Yoshiki's own panic distorting what he sees? Or both and?
起きた時にはお前が帰ってきとった。そんなんで普通別人とか思わんやろ。
Such a crazy situation to be in, because as an adult, of course you don't want the 15-year-old going out and looking for the potentially injured or dead friend. But how can you just expect him to stay home like that? You don't want to tell the kid to go out searching, because what if they find the body and that's extremely traumatic? But you don't want to exclude them from helping their friend. Either way, you are leading someone to a traumatic end. It's such a dilemma. I think maybe the only ethical way to do this is to ask the child, do you want to go out and search with us? Or do you not want to risk seeing that? And let them make the decision for themselves. If that were me, if I were 15 and my best friend was missing, I would go out and look. There is no way you could make me stay at home. Even knowing I might find a body and it might be traumatizing, I would rather be there and see that and have tried than not be able to do anything and be stuck at home wishing that I could be out there, that I could be helping. Yeah, do we know how many days it was in between Hikaru's disappearance and Yoshiki finding the body? He was gone for a week. I imagine it was maybe 2 or 3 days. How long did Yoshiki say? He was in bed for days. Doesn't say an amount of days, so days, plural, at least 2. I imagine if a kid is missing, you send out a search party day 1 or day 2. So he probably found the body maybe 3 days after Hikaru died. Because when he found the body, he expected it to be in more of a state of decomposition, which tells me that it has been longer.
数日かかった気するから半年間ずっと抱えてたってこと？
やから不眠になっとんや。光に会いたいな。
Yeah, he didn't say that out loud.
なんでヨシキはさ、都会に行きたいん？
Good morning, LGBT things.
うちの家族のこと探ってくんねやろ。うちの親、仲悪いのいつものことやのに、ヤサブロのばあさんとか聞こえよがしに。
Yeah, the fighting isn't nearly as bad as all the talking about it.
ユウスケ君が病気やって。
ユウスケ君は病気やないよ。同性愛者や。
ほう。LGBT?
LGBT. I know everyone likes to laugh at that because it is funny, but to me it's mostly just sad. First of all, that a man or a boy was kicked out or disinherited for being gay. Second of all, that somebody told Hikaru that he was sick. Third, it's a vulnerable thing for Yoshiki because at this point, even though they're young, Yoshiki probably knows that he's gay, given the way that he can't look at Hikaru when he corrects him and says, no, Yusuke was a homosexual. That is a very small coming out. Not a direct one, but just a reference saying, I know what was going on here. And the fact that he can't look at Hikaru while he says it tells me Yoshiki knows that he too is gay. It's like Hikaru doesn't even really know what that means. And so even if those aren't terms that apply to Hikaru himself, it's kind of a sign to Yoshiki that Hikaru doesn't know what this is. Hikaru might not understand. You can't ever come out to Hikaru. He can never know this about you. Because what if he hates you for it? Because what if it makes him afraid of you or disgusted by you? What if he thinks that you're sick too? And I don't think, I really don't think, we don't know the old Hikaru very well at all, but I really don't think he would have thought of Yoshiki any different if he had known. Maybe he did know, and it was just something they never talked about. But it's all of this fear that's building up in Yoshiki, and you can't even blame him for it. All of this fear, and you just want to tell him, like, you don't have to be afraid of this when it comes to Hikaru. Hikaru may not love you back in the way that you wish he could, but he still loves you. You're still his best friend. You're still his favorite person. And I really don't think it would have changed anything. I love the way his face just kind of tenses up when Hikaru says that, because you can feel all of that emotion and the shame and then for Hikaru to just say, hey, come over to my house, let's have a sleepover. The fact that Hikaru's invitation is, anytime you wish you could escape to the city, just come to my house. You will always have a place with me. We like you. We love you. Even if it seems like your family doesn't. Even if you don't love yourself. Even if the whole town is talking about your family fighting. Let my family be your escape. And that tells me that if Yoshiki had come out to Hikaru when Hikaru was still alive, it would not have changed a thing. Okay, I'm normal. It does. I know, man. And I wonder if Yoshiki is realizing some of the same things right now, that Hikaru would have still loved him. Even if he couldn't romantically reciprocate. Love the way that turned threatening right there. Honestly, love that. That's so fun. Dog, how many organs have you lost? Oh yeah, that's why he takes damage every time. How many organs can you live without? You can get rid of your appendix. I think you can get rid of your spleen. You can only use one kidney. Gallbladder, I think maybe you can take out. That's dead wrong. That's not what was going on. It's not hunting people. It just wanted to be at the party. Yes.
She's on her garbage walk. So sometimes I'll just go for a walk and take a plastic bag with me and pick up all the garbage that I see. She's doing that, but clearing impurities. I mean, he's safe. He's having a hard time in other areas, but he's fine for now. Do we got a post credits? Yes. Whoa, the sexy tree. What an undignified way to go, man. But in a way, it's real. Death is ridiculous like that sometimes. The shape in the trees looked like a humanoid form. It looks like cells. It looks like giant cells. Well, that was fun. And I'm having a good time with this show. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, drop a comment. I love talking about whatever with you guys. Even if you think you don't have much to say, just say it anyway. It's fun. I really like the discussion part of this. I don't want this to feel like I'm the YouTuber and you're the audience. I want it to be like we're all in class together. Write a 500-word discussion post and reply to at least one other of your classmates. I like it when people point out things that I missed or give pushback on an idea that I gave, or even if they just agree with me, like that's interesting too, because I don't know if my takes are good or not. Just chat with me. Let's have fun. All right, I'm gonna go. I have to go clean a graveyard. That is not a joke. The graveyard down the street is in poor condition, and so I'm going to go do what I can to care for the dead. See you later.